Hello and welcome, Mark here, and in this episode we're going to take a look at this stitch. Now this stitch is called the offset treble. It is a beginner friendly stitch and it has no multiples at all, so you can do it with an even number or odd number, and it's also a one row repeat. And it also as well gives you, I don't know if you can see that, a little bit of a lacy effect. Very nice. And this is done in a baby blue, which I've done there. Of course, I'm going to be moving over to the cream Aran yarn that I keep using for these tutorials. So let's get crafting. Right, here we go. I have 12 stitches, so say 12 chains ready to go. If you don't know how to make the foundation chain or slip knot, I will leave links to those down below, and also a link to how to work the treble crochet as well. So since we're working the treble crochet, we need to add 2 more chains. That will help towards the turning chain. So let's work the foundation chain, shall we? The foundation row. You work the first treble into the 4th chain from the hook. So you just count back 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not count the loop on the hook. Yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, pull that yarn over through 3, go through 2, and go through 2. So just work this, work the trebles into every chain across this row. And I will meet back up with you at the other end. Right, just working the last treble into the last chain, and that is your foundation chain done. You will have 12 stitches including your turning chain. Right. Just double count there just to make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, yeah. Now you would turn, chain 3. Now this is row 1, and every row really, it's a 1 row repeat, so you just keep repeating this row 1 over and over. So you have your row chain 3, and that also counts as your first stitch because it's right above the last stitch from the previous row. And with this stitch, you don't go into the stitch itself, no, you go into the space between them. So you work your first proper treble in between those 2 stitches. There's no chaining in between making the stitches. You just make a treble, go into the gap between the stitches. And that is it for this stitch really. I will show you what you do when you get to the end of the row. So just keep working these as you go. Now when you get to the last 2 stitches, oh, nearly knocked the camera over then. When you get to the last 2 stitches, you would normally work your last stitch into the top of the turning chain, but with this, no, work into the space. Isn't that easy? You don't even have to struggle to find that top chain. So you would just repeat that again. You chain 3 and work your stitches into the space between them. Winning out of the yarn there. Excuse me while I just pull a bit more out. Just work to the end just to make sure that you understand what you do at the end of the row. So remember, when you get to the end of the row, don't work into the top of the chain, just work into the space instead. And that is the offset treble. Now, doesn't that look lovely? And of course, with it being one row as well, it's double-sided and can be used for all sorts of wearables and also making items for around the home. So, until next time here on Marks Makes, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.